Yes, Mrs. Dragon.
Barbara Dragon, 404 30th. I'm addressing this to you, Mayor Guenther. I have heard that Ed Stinson is being promoted to the city manager position. Is this true?
Is he being promoted? No one's been promoted.
Okay. Have you heard that he is soliciting
Well,
for the city?
Mrs. Dragon, if once again, this is a...
Excuse me, it's my turn. Go ahead.
Mrs. Dragon, the process has not started,
I believe
and nor
it
is there an
has.
opening.
Well, I think that in the city budget, I think I saw $150,000 allocated for someone who may be retiring. I don't know if that's Mr. Barber or not. But you didn't answer my question. I have heard Mr. Stinson would like to be the next city manager.
Well,
have you heard that?
Where did you hear that?
Where did you hear that?
That is not important. Have you heard it?
I have. We have not started the process for selecting the city manager. However, I have to tell you that whatever that process is,
Yes.
anyone, if they meet the criteria, is free to apply.
Fine. All right. Brigantine belongs to the New Jersey State League of Municipalities. This organization is authorized by New Jersey state statute to improve towns' self-government. They list values that the city manager should have. One of those values is avoidance of even the slightest appearance of conflict of interest. How can a person who works for an organization for many years that has made a lot of money in the city of Brigantine, 1 year over $1 million, have no conflict? How can this person who has this relationship, and as again say for many years, negotiate the next contract for the city for an engineering firm? That is a conflict of interest. Managing a local government requires knowledge and skill, but it also requires a sense of values and ethics. An open recruitment process using the newsletters from the CMA and the NJMMA, and I'll tell you who they are, reaches a large group of skilled, knowledgeable, local government professionals. This opens the process and increases the number of applicants and gives the governing body a better pool from which to choose. It's the International City and County Managers Association and the New Jersey Municipal Managers Association. Are you a member of any of those associations, Mr. Barber?
I'm a member of a local.
What local what? Name. Okay, so it's a Managers Association. Well, that Managers Association does have a code of ethics, and I believe they take it from the ICMA, and there are 12 ethics codes, and one of them is this definite conflict of interest and avoid of the appearance of conflict of interest. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about anyone in the future who is considered for the job must be non-political and have no conflict of interest in the past or in the present.
Thank you, Mrs. Dragon. And those organizations are fine organizations, and they may be part of a process that we use to do a search, as we said before. The other thing I want to also respond is that not only is the city manager responsible for not having an outright conflict of interest, and I'm not saying that Jim Barber does, or the perception of a conflict of interest, but every member of council is held to the same standard.
Very good. I'm now talking about the city manager and your search for a city manager.
No, but I think the ethics and conflict of interest that you bring up is right on point.
Fine. And
Thank you.
And I'm not finished. And I hope that if...
Did we have a bell ring?
No, it didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
And I guess we can be assured that if names are mentioned for the city manager, that they will be investigated as to a conflict of interest, what and where they are and what they've done in the last 20 years, and that you will understand that conflict of interest and the avoidance of the appearance of a conflict of interest.
I certainly understand. Mr. Papa.